Hello, beautiful souls. I hope everybody's doing super well today. So, this is the 8-8 portal. We are receiving beautiful, magical light codes and DNA upgrades with this portal, as we do with every portal. 8 is the divine number for abundance and physical abundance. More, I say importantly, but more specifically is probably the more accurate word to use, financial abundance. So, with the 8-8 portal, we are boosted, we are given the right energies for us to be reaping what we've been sowing, basically. So, let's dig in. We're going to have a look at heart space, mental space, and physical space, because I think that this would be a really good way for us to understand how we're being affected by these energies and by this portal. We can certainly expect this portal energy to linger with us for a majority of this month, as is the same with every portal, of course. But we will feel it begin to wane off towards the end of this month. So, you know, this is the sunshine month. This is the beautiful month of Leo. This is the height of summer, certainly for us in this hemisphere. And this is about, you know, this phrase that my granddad always used to say. I'm sure you've heard of it: make hay whilst the sun shines. So this portal definitely speaks to that mentality. So let's have a look at heart space. Let's see how we're being awakened by this beautiful portal energy. This is, you know, heart space is how we feel. This is not so much what we think or what we do. We'll be looking at those in a moment. This is how we feel. Okay, so lots of healing, lots of, we've got shaman, ancient healing wisdom. Ancient healing wisdom. So there's lots of healing energy coming through. This beautiful green certainly goes with the green of the heart chakra, the representative colour for the heart chakra. Okay, so this is an opportunity for us to heal. To be honest with you, most portals bring with it healing energy. It brings mending energy, so that we can, you know, DNA can't be upgraded unless it's first fixed. So it sort of knits us back together first. So we're certainly seeing that. Let's hop into another deck. Now we have a new deck that we're using today. This is the Mermaid deck. I've never used it before. It is a new deck. I've had it for a couple of weeks now, I think, but I haven't actually used it for a reading yet, for a YouTube reading yet. So this is the debut. This very beautiful deck. That's the back of the cards, obviously. So let's use it now. Let's see what we get. Let's see how this deck wants to work with us on our readings. If it wants to work with us at all. Yes, it does. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so we have decisions. That's a little bit that's a little bit close to home right there, to be honest with you. Right now I have a very big decision to make. So actually I feel like maybe that's talking to me rather than for the collective reading. Yeah, can we have a that's for me. I've just had that confirmed. Okay, let's try that again, please. For the collective, 8-8 portal energy. 8-8 portal. Oh, okay, wonderful. Right, so we've got the future. This is definitely not so much for me, only for me on a collective level. This is definitely for the collective. Okay, so we have the future. So within our heart space, we're being reawakened to this feeling of excitement for the future. No matter where you are right now in your life, my lovelies, I know that life can be difficult sometimes. And we have difficult decisions to make, right? But this portal energy is uplifting us, and certainly coupled with, we have new moon in Leo happening today as well. It's all happening on the same day, the 8/8 portal and new moon in Leo. Go and check out the new moon in Leo reading as well. I will link it at the end of this video, so you can just click on the screen and go straight to it. Because these energies are definitely working in tandem with one another, and it's all the more powerful because excuse me, they are happening on the same day. Although energy wanes, you know, it builds and then it ebbs off. Today being the 8/8 portal, and today being the new moon in Leo, this day is when both of those energies are at its strongest. So it is very, very powerful, and we're feeling, as a result, this excitement. I can't think of any other word for it, really. It's this excitement for the future. Suddenly we're thinking about the future in a very bright and positive way, whereas before, perhaps because life can be a bitch sometimes, we've been thinking to ourselves, you know what, fuck the future, I'm in such a mess right now, I don't know what to do with myself. How can the future possibly be anything better than what it currently is, right? I get that. I totally get that. And I know that a lot of you in the collective have been thinking that way just lately. But not today, right? Not today, and not for the next couple of weeks, at least. This is what this little boost is for. We have been in an energetic state of ebb, a mini state of ebb, because overall we're in an action phase, energetic phase. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and have a look at some of the previous readings that I've done. Doesn't matter which ones they are. They could be portal readings for like maybe last month. They could be Twin Flame Tuesday readings. Everything is all intermingled with one another. So I talk about this kind of stuff in every reading, to be honest with you. I would definitely recommend looking at the retrograde readings. We have 5 planets in retrograde? 4 planets in retrograde. 5? 4. 5. We have 5 planets in retrograde. And there's videos for each of them. So go and check those out. They will be relevant until the end of this year. So if we're still in 2021 for you at the time of watching this video now, one would hope, then go and check out those readings, because they are still relevant. So let's move on, shall we? Otherwise we'll be here all day. But my point being that we have been in a mini energetic state of ebb, which has been an introspective phase. So, you know, it makes sense, doesn't it? You know, if we look at this logically, it does make sense that we'd be seeing this stuff here, this healing from being introspective and feeling maybe a little bit down, a little bit miserable, a little bit negative, right? This is, you know, we're human. We're very prone to feeling a bit negative during a state of ebb, because there's nothing going on. You know, everything physically slows down. Things sort of stagnate, or can. They have the tendency to stagnate during that time. And we go within and we get reflective. And for some people that are going through a lot, that can lead to a negative state of being. So this 8/8 portal and new moon in Leo happening on the same day is absolutely essential right now for a lot of people, that we're going to start getting enthusiastic now with this energy about the future. The future is a lot brighter than what things are currently. Even if you're having a great time right now, you know, the future is still brighter than that even. So now we have the River Queen. You see all this water. We have a mermaid in this card as well, and this is not a mermaid deck, right? We've got a fairy, we've got a hawk angel, we've got the moon with a face on it, we've just got a regular lady, a dude with a bow and arrow. This is not a mermaid deck, and yet we get another mermaid, right? So it might be worth looking at the symbology behind mermaids. Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you. But certainly the focus here is divine feminine energy, yes. Flow, letting go, and natural movement. So this is going with the flow. We're being told here to go with the flow. Go with it. Just go with it, okay? I know I'm fiddling a lot with these cards. I'm trying to get them in frame. Okay. Just go with the flow. That's what this is all about. Letting go of the past. Divine feminine energy is very creative. The divine feminine comes up with these wonderful ideas. She dreams about the future. She dreams up a great life for herself. That's divine feminine energy. And also look at all of this beautiful green we've got going on. We're looking at the heart space right now. Heart chakra colours are green. Greens, different forms of green, but you know, green. And we've got all of this beautiful green going on here. Green is, you know, also representative of spring, new beginnings. It's fresh. It's abundant. It's clean. It's new. So take that as you will, right? Go and look up, go and Google, pause this video right now and go and Google what the symbology of mermaids is and see if it's relevant to you. If it's not, then we'll just move on. So for those of you who did pause and you're now back with us, welcome back. I hope that you found something useful there with the symbology of mermaids. So let's move on then to mental space. How is this 8-8 portal energy affecting the way that we think? See what we have here. Oop, oop, oop. Beautiful. Okay, so we have inspiration. This is an air card. This is also, I feel that this is speaking very much so to divine feminine energy as well. You know, this future card here more specifically. So also air is thinking, it's thought. So that certainly links in with what we're drawing this card for. We're looking at the mental space. Lots of inspiration within the heart space. The reason that we read this way, that we read heart, then head, then physical space, is because that's the natural order of things. It happens in your heart first. It's a feeling. That feeling becomes a thought. That thought becomes an action. That's why we read it in this order. So we can see here the root, right? We could say that the root is here. This is the portal itself. The portal zaps its energy into heart space. That's creating this daydreamy kind of, you know, enthusiasm for the future. This is coming up with the ideas. This is feeling. This is gut feeling, right? And then this leads to the inspiration, the inspirational kinds of thoughts that we're having. These very uplifted thoughts. Let's see what else we have. Beautiful. So we have you are good enough. We've got more green. That's more healing energy. That's more heart chakra energy. It's all interlinked, you see. Full moon in Virgo. So Virgo is very introspective. It's a more divine feminine kind of energy around Virgo, I feel. Virgo's very introspective. She's very gentle. She's very nurturing. This is an earth sign as well. So we have full moon as well. So this is bringing things to fruition. So I feel that, you know, earth, this is feminine. This is giving birth to something new. There's lots of ideas. There's lots of inspiration going on here for the mental space. and accompanied with this letting go and this flow and natural movement and this healing energy and being enthused for the future. It's a very powerful concoction here of all of these very beautiful, healing, positive energies. That it's like a very powerful elixir, I feel, that's going to just create this magic in our lives. Let's draw one more for mental space and just see what else we got going on in there. Let's do that in a moment. Let's do this stack. Curious. What else for mental space? Okay, so we actually have two here. So we're moving from green into yellow, right? So this is showing me that we're moving more into this Leo kind of energy, that we have new moon in Leo as well today. So we're drawing, this is like the intermingling of, right, the portal energy, which is all very representative of, is represented by this green. And then we have the marriage of that Leo energy here with this orange and yellow. So we have prosperity and we have passion. We have fire, passion, prosperity. So I feel like what we're seeing here is this green is leading into the yellow. A green and yellow, incidentally, are next to each other on the colour wheel, by the way. So we are seeing this flow and natural movement, yes, between these colours. But we're also seeing that this leads to this, leads to this. Yes, we're seeing that the feeling leads to the thought, also leads to this sub-thought to conscious thought, I feel. This is the underlier. Now we're seeing this. The underlier is the feeling, it's the inspiration, it's the because of that inspiration we're feeling and we're knowing that we are good enough. We're good enough for these dreams and aspirations. We really can have them. They really are possible. We are capable of having them. And then we have this prosperity and passion. The passion has to go into the idea, otherwise there's no point doing it, right? There's no point going about something for money or for fame, right? We have to be passionate about the thing that we put our energy into. And this prosperity is the natural thing that comes with passion. That's why we have these two cards both together. That's why they've come out together, you see. Because something that we're passionate about, we will become prosperous over. And this is something that we're thinking about. This is something that the 8-8 portal energy, these beautiful light codes and DNA upgrades it's unlocking that thought and that energy and that knowing within us. That we need to find the thing that we're passionate about, right? So we're thinking about it, we're feeling it, we're thinking about it. So let's see how this leads us then into the physical space. First of all, we're going to look at the reason. We're going to look at the why, the divine plan. Why are we being led into this? What is this all for? Okay. So we have baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense, okay? This, I feel, ties in. I know I keep bringing our attention back to the River Queen here. Flow, letting go, natural movement, right? This is about letting go and just surrendering. This is surrendering to the divine and letting the divine carry us forward, following our gut feeling, following our gut, right? It just doesn't have to even be anything spiritual involved in this. This, you know, we can apply science and logic to this too. If it feels right, then do it. because you got to trust your gut feeling. You could be the most scientific person in the world and still follow your gut feeling and still walk into a room and know that something doesn't feel right. We don't have to be witchy-woo about this. I know that we're doing this through the, you know, the basis of cards and stuff, but we all know that these are just bits of paper with little pictures on them, right? They don't mean anything. They only mean what the meaning that we give them. So we can approach this in any way that we like. No matter how we look at this, it is still truth, isn't it? That if we take things in baby steps and we follow our intuition before it really makes any sense to us logically, mentally, then we're always going to be in the right place at the right time. And hasn't that always worked for you? When you've ignored your gut, hasn't things just gone wrong, fallen apart? You've not been in the right place at the right time, things have clashed, it hasn't felt right. We all have experience of this, both ways, following it and ignoring it. So follow it on this. And we're also, I feel like this has a dual meaning here, because this baby step stuff, this action, but baby steps, like I said before I drew that card, what's the purpose? What's the purpose of all of this? What's the purpose of the portal? What are we learning from this? What's it all for? This is for us to really learn to trust our intuition, to trust that gut feeling, and to baby step it and not rush forward. I feel like the Leo energy lends itself here too, because Leo comes off a little bit as the lazy lion. Now, the truth is the lion is not lazy. He is so in surrender. He is so trusting of his own abilities as a leader, that he is able to let go of the reins and let things play out as they will, and he is still in control of the situation. He is still attentive to everything that's happening, and it appears as though he's being lazy because he's just sort of lolling around in the sunshine, but he knows what's up. He's still very much a leader and very much in charge. So I feel that Leo energy very much lends itself here to this baby step stuff, because Leo isn't charging around being a little busybody, doing this, doing that, doing everything. He's sitting in the middle of it all, and he's observing, and he's leading through being slow about it, you know, baby steps. And that means that every step that he takes is a very powerful, meaningful one, because he's following his gut in every step. And he's not rushing forward. He's taking his time. So, let's see what else we have for physical space. I'm actually going to use the mermaid deck again. I feel like that's what we need to do, so we're going to do it because I'm following my gut. I'm taking my own advice. Oop. Okay, beautiful. So we have magic. I love how this is like a wizard mermaid. That's beautiful to me. Okay, so we have magic. So yeah, there's a lot of magic to come out of this time, and within the physical reality, so long as we follow our gut and we trust and we take baby steps, right? We don't rush forward. We stay passionate. We will become prosperous. That's where the magic is, right there. So last card. Let's see what advice, right? Let's use our doing deck, and see what advice for us to stay focused and to really benefit from this energy. So we have the Eagle King, the big picture. angelic help. So we are being supported, and we need to be keeping our attention on the bigger picture and not getting bogged down by the details. This is where people get lost in stuff. You know, if let's say you want to set up a new business, getting bogged down in the day-to-day details of things and not staying focused on the bigger picture of what you want from that business, that's where you fall down. Notice as well that color-wise, we're still in the green here, but it's a little bit darker, so I feel like it's more meaningful, it's more set in stone. Which makes sense because we're looking at physical space, physical reality. Things are more set in stone, aren't they? Because they are literally stone in the physical space. So, you know, I hope all of that makes sense to you. I hope that you can use the 8/8 portal energy to the highest degree. Like I said earlier, you know, go check out the new moon in Leo reading, and put all of that information together as one. I've tried to stay focused on just the 8/8 portal for this one reading, so I will do my best in the other reading for you know, staying focused for the Leo, new moon in Leo, and you know, marry it all together, and definitely use these energies to the highest degree, folks. This is a very important time. This whole year, 2021, is about laying in a foundation for all of the change that's going to happen next year. It's going to kick off next year in the best possible way. It will be for the worst possible way if you don't get your ducks in a row now and you don't work with these energies. So that's why it's important to pay attention to all of this stuff. All information is good information. So I will love and leave you. Remember that you are abundant and you are important and you are worthy. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you guys.